This plant is technically dead by most people's standards. Brown, brittle, ready for the trash can. But in exactly 48 hours, I'm going to show you how to bring it back. Now, I know how these videos usually go. Big promises, no real proof. So today we're doing this differently. No tricks, just real plant science in my own 2 hands right here with you. Give me 10 minutes and I'll walk you through the exact steps. And near the end, I'll share a fix almost nobody talks about because the real problem usually isn't water at all. It's something your roots have been missing this whole time. Before we start the rescue, let's clear up 2 mistakes that send plants to the compost pile way too early. Mistake 1, the leaves are crispy, so it's dead. Not necessarily. When a plant goes through serious heat stress, it will often drop or dry out its leaves on purpose. Think of it as the plant protecting itself, cutting its losses up top so it can put everything into surviving at the roots. It looks like death. It's often just the plant playing defense. Mistake 2, and this is critical. A little fertilizer will help it bounce back. Please don't. Feeding a dehydrated plant is a bit like handing a marathon runner a big steak dinner while they're still dizzy and dehydrated at the finish line. Their body simply can't use it. For a plant, that means chemical burn on root hairs that are already struggling. So here's rule number 1 for the next 48 hours. No fertilizer, not 1 drop. And that fix I mentioned a minute ago, it's still coming because water alone isn't going to be enough here. So how do you actually know if a plant is dying or genuinely gone? You check the cambium layer, that thin green layer just under the bark that carries water and nutrients through the plant. Watch. I'm scraping back just the outer layer with my thumbnail. See that sliver of green underneath? That's the cambium, and it's alive. If it's green and a little moist, this plant still has a fighting chance. If you scrape and it's dry and brown all the way through, try again lower, closer to the soil line. Only if it's brown everywhere you check, is it truly time to let go. This one right here, green. We're saving this plant. You might be wondering, is 48 hours actually realistic or just a good headline? It comes down to something called turgor pressure. That's the water pressure inside each plant cell that keeps stems and leaves standing upright. When a plant wilts, it's not just thirsty in a general sense. That internal pressure has actually collapsed. Here's the part almost nobody explains. Most potting soil sold in the US is peat-based. And once peat moss dries out completely, it turns hydrophobic. It actually repels water instead of soaking it in. So when you pour water over badly dried out soil, most of it just runs down the inside of the pot and out the drainage holes. The roots barely see a drop. That's the real reason your daily watering hasn't been working, and it's exactly what we're going to fix next. This next part is the biggest aha moment in the whole video, so watch closely. Instead of watering from the top, we're going to water from the bottom. I like to call this the soak and rise method. Nothing fancy, just bottom watering done right. Use room temperature water, never cold, since cold water adds even more stress to roots that are already struggling. If you'd like, stir in a small pinch of Epsom salt. The magnesium in it supports healthy chlorophyll, which is what gives leaves their green color. Now set the pot right down into the water. Watch the sides of this clear container. You can actually see the water climbing upward through the bottom of the pot. That's capillary action, the natural pull that draws moisture up through soil, and it's bypassing that hydrophobic barrier completely. This is the proof that plain top watering could never show you. Leave the pot sitting in the water for about 30 to 45 minutes until the surface of the soil finally feels damp to the touch. That's how you know the water has made its way all the way through the root ball. Once the roots have had their drink, we need to help the plant hold on to that moisture. Plants naturally release water vapor through their leaves. It's called transpiration. And right now, we want to slow that down as much as possible. You don't need a greenhouse for this. A clear trash bag or an old dry cleaning bag from the closet works perfectly. Just mist the inside lightly and drape it loosely over the plant. This traps humidity around the leaves, like a mini greenhouse, so the plant can spend its energy rebuilding instead of losing water into the air. One important rule: keep this in bright, indirect light, never direct sunlight. Direct sun through that bag will turn it into an oven, and will undo everything we just did. A few weeks ago, one of you asked a really good question in the comments. Does this work on outdoor shrubs too, or just potted houseplants? Great question. Yes, it works outdoors as well. Instead of a plastic bag, wrap the base loosely with a damp piece of burlap or an old bed sheet. Same idea, less stress on the leaves while the roots recover underground. Keep those questions coming. Some of my best ideas for future videos come straight from you. And there it is, 48 hours later. The stems are firm again, the leaves have their color back, and look here, right at the tip, that's new growth. That's turgor pressure doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Now here's that fix I promised you at the very start. Most people assume the roots just need more water, but just as important, they need oxygen. After a deep soak, soil can settle and compact, which squeezes out the air pockets roots depend on to breathe. Here's the simple fix. Take a wooden skewer or a chopstick and gently poke 5 or 6 holes around the base of the pot, down toward the root line. It takes 10 seconds, and it opens the soil back up so the roots can get the oxygen they need. No repotting required. Don't count your plants out just because the summer heat is winning right now. If you've got one you're worried about, tell me its name in the comments, and I'll help you figure out if it's just protecting itself or if it's truly time to say goodbye. Thanks for spending this time with me. I'll see you in the next rescue.